Where your focus is and goes is where your energy flows. We've heard that so many times. Hi, I'm Andy. What's up? I just send random messages whenever I'm feeling it. But, anyways, have you ever heard that? Have you heard where your focus is? What are you focused on? That's where your energy and all the energy that builds up into that spot, that's what's going to happen. It's so powerful. I guess we all have different names for it. Christians call it prayer, and it can be prayer, you know. But it's like you come together, and you, even inside yourself, come together within you. I have a story about this, but I guess we all call it different things. We're also unique and different, and we all have different ways of viewing things, which is super cool, I believe. But I have a little story that I want to share. It just hit me the other day whenever I was talking to someone about where we're going to put our energy. We're going to put our energy in this place right here, right now. And we did. And whatever we were putting our energy towards, it really worked out. It really did. And you know who you are if you see this video. But this is like something that I was talking to him about. And I was like, wherever we put our focus. So here's a little short story for you. So 12 years ago, I started vaping. I've probably talked about vaping before. I started vaping because I was pissed off. I was angry. You know, it was an addiction, and I needed dopamine. I needed a hit of dopamine, and I was vaping, and I just wanted to pick it up because I was pissed off. I was angry. I had so many people in my life that had been in my life for so long that, and even where I was in church at the time, you know, where there were so many rules to follow, and you had to do this, and you had to do that, and you had to be like this, and you had to be like that, and you're not enough, and you're not doing enough, and you are a piece of shit because you're not doing what someone like all these other people are doing, or you're not doing X, Y, and Z, or you're not doing this, and you're not following this, and you're not following these rules. And I just felt like the whole entire world was against me. You know, whenever I've always been what you call a black sheep, or like someone who I just go to the beat of my own drum. I always have, which is a free spirit. That's another topic. But anyways, we'll talk about that at some point, I'm sure. But here's the thing. I started vaping, and I vaped 24/7 for 12 years. And if you're vaping, I will never judge you for it, because I didn't know if it was, you know, bad for you. Back then you didn't really know. But now I know it was really bad, you know, bad for me. And so I just remember thinking to myself, or asking myself, why am I doing this? And I had to go back and ask myself questions of why I was doing it. Why did I start doing it? What was I feeling whenever I started doing it? And I had to go back and like totally go back into that time. And see, for the last 12 years, what I've done was I started really working on myself and my anger, and my issues and my pain, and like all the things. I was working on that so hard and so much that I realized that I didn't have, after 12 years, I didn't have that fuck you mentality, like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck off, you know. I didn't have that. I didn't feel that way. And I actually incorporated a lot more love in my heart. Even through all the pain that I experienced, I was able to turn the pain into love and understanding, and that's what I want to do more of, and transmute all of that and heal that within myself. And so that's what I've been doing for so long. And then I just didn't have that anymore. I didn't wake up every morning being fuck the world. I actually enjoyed my own time in my own space, and getting to know myself, and getting to know who I was outside of what everybody else thought. you know, and I feel like that's a lifelong journey in itself, because we're such unique beings. To really try to get to know oneself is like a lifelong thing. We're always discovering new things about ourselves, but that's another topic. But anyways, so let's see, 3 to 4 years before I stopped vaping, I was like, I don't want to vape anymore. And then I started smoking cigarettes. And so I smoked cigarettes for about 2 years. And then I went back to vaping. And I was like, I don't want to vape anymore. I don't want to vape anymore. And I would look at my vape. I stopped smoking cigarettes. And I would smoke every now and again too. Like, I did that for all my life basically. But nothing like being addicted to the vape. And then I smoked, like I said, cigarettes for 2 years. Well, let's see. And then I just kept saying, I don't want to vape anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Something inside me was like, there's just something wrong here. There's something wrong with this, and this is hurting me. Like, I could feel that it was actually hurting, harming me and not doing me good. So what did I do? I would pick up my vape every day, and I had no idea how I was going to quit. But I remember someone telling me a story years ago. Not telling me, she's a worldwide Christian evangelist actually, but she told whoever she was talking to, she told us that she smoked, and every time she picked up a cigarette, she'd look at it and say, you don't have power over me, I have power over you, and I'm not gonna be using you anymore. Thank you. Like, I actually added my own flair to that, which was I'd pick up my vape and be like, thank you, I've enjoyed you while I've had you, but you're not for me. And I didn't know how I was going to do it, but every single day I would do that. I would be drinking my coffee and vaping, or I would be doing whatever I'm doing and vaping, like, constantly. And I would say, I just don't want to, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm not going to be doing this anymore. Like, this doesn't have control over me. I have control over it, even though I was still puffing on it. But I was still saying it. What was going on? My energy was going. Where was my energy going? All of my energy, even though I was still puffing on that fucking vape, all of my energy was going to, I'm not going to be using you anymore. I don't know how this is going to look or what it's going to be like, but I'm not going to be doing this anymore. And I just knew it. I knew one day. I didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know if it was going to take, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I didn't know. But I tell you what, one day I woke up. What was it, the end of August of last year, the very end, or the very 1st of September, it was one of the two. It was like right there. I should remember that day because I went to the ER. I thought I was dying. Something inside of me told me not to be vaping anymore the night before that. I heard a voice that said, stop vaping, and I didn't listen to it. I was like, oh, whatever. We have this higher version of ourselves. We have this voice. It really isn't our best interest, our best and highest good. But there was a voice I heard that said, don't do it anymore. And I did. And that next morning, all day, I thought something was really wrong with me. My heart was acting weird. I felt like I was gonna faint. Everything was hurting in my chest, and I had to go to the ER, and I had to go to the hospital, and I was really, really scared. I have never felt that in all of my life. So what ended up happening was my body was rejecting. I can't vape anymore because it will really, really mess me up. I'll be in the hospital. But my body started rejecting it. Why? Because my spirit was already rejecting it. My mouth was rejecting it. My words were rejecting it. My energy, all of this, my energy and everything I was focusing on was rejecting it. I was rejecting it and saying it to this thing. You have no more power over me. I have power over you. And I'm not going to be using you very long. Thank you for serving me. Thank you for showing me some things I needed to see about myself. And I'll be putting you down soon. I didn't know what the fuck I was saying, but I knew that everything in me didn't want to be doing it anymore. So what happened? My body rejected it. My body rejected it. Anyway, all of this to say, whatever you are putting your energy towards and you know it's for your best and highest good, keep doing it, even if you're not seeing any results right now. Keep putting your energy in that place. Keep putting your energy and your focus on whatever it is that you know is for your highest and best, because believe me, you will be surprised. One day you're going to wake up and you won't be doing it anymore. Matter of fact, something to do with my thyroid, was messing with vape, like both of those things together. Because I've noticed that there's a lot of people who vape and they can vape forever, and seem to be fine. But for me, and the thyroid thing that I had going on, it was a no. It was an absolutely not. No. We're not doing this. You cannot do this anymore. And so those two things together. But anyway, that is the message today. As if you are putting your focus, and if you need to rewire your brain or rewire your focus, or if you've been frustrated over something lately or anything like that, and you need it to be in a different direction, start focusing. Put your energy in that place, and then put grace there, because that's what I did. I put my energy into, I will no longer be vaping. I will no longer need this anymore. And at the same time, there was grace, because I wasn't beating myself up for it. I was just like, when it happens, it happens. That's grace, giving yourself grace. So I hope this helped you. And if it did, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if it helped you. I'm here to encourage and uplift myself and you. I know that's one reason why I came to Earth, is to do so and to transmute and heal myself and also help others. Anyway, so I hope you are having a happy new year, and there it is. Blessings to you. See you next time.